Well, welcome to Blackpool. First time been here in over 30 years. Me and Mrs. Metalman are stopping, or had stopped last night. Wonderful hotel, a bit further up the road, called the Sheraton Hotel. That's a separate video. Underneath the tower there at the moment. Now when you're in Blackpool, you have to have fish and chips. And as regards fish and chips, you have got a vast selection of places to eat here, all serving fish and chips. I looked on TripAdvisor and see what the top rated fish and chip shop was, and the one that I saw was Yorkshire Fisheries. That is #1 according to TripAdvisor. So I thought that's the one I'm going to head to, because I want to find out which is the best fish and chips. Is it Blackpool fish and chips, or is it Whitby fish and chips? Because I know Whitby fish and chips very well, and there's not many fish and chip shops in Whitby I haven't been into. I've been into all the big ones, the Magpie, Trenchers, Hadley's, and my favourite fish and chip shop, Mr. Chips. So how does Blackpool fish and chips compare? Well, I'll tell you something, today I'm going to find out. If you want to find out, why not come along with us? And after a 10-15 minute power walk all around Blackpool, and there we have it, Yorkshire Fisheries. Now this is supposed to be the best fish and chips in Blackpool. Anyway, let's go in, let's get a table, let's find out what it is, and also let's see how it compares with Whitby. Wonderful Whitby, how it compares with their fish and chips. Anyway, let's go in. Well, we've got a lovely, nice, clean cutlery, nice clean table, and here we are. Was about nice loud background music, unfortunately. Here we are, Yorkshire Fisheries, traditional fish and chips, 100 years. We've got cod fillet chips, £11. Not so hungry. Try a light bite. Feeling very hungry. Why not try our king-size fish? Honestly, I do it every time. I'm sat right underneath the speaker. So what I will have to do is put the noise cancellation on, which will make my voice very, very tinny. Either way, I've ordered the haddock and chips, because last time I was in Whitby, I went to Trenchers and I had a very, very disappointing haddock and chips. So I want to see what the haddock and chips is like here. One thing I forgot to do and ask is if it's done in beef dripping. Like, in my opinion, it should always be done in beef dripping. Either way, when she comes back, I'll ask her. Now, one thing I've got to ask, is it done in beef dripping, or is it just done in oil?
Oil.
Palm oil. I must admit, I'm used to beef dripping, so it will be interesting to see what this is like anyway.
Right,
Yeah.
okay.
Anyway, thank you very much for your help. I'm sure I will. Thank you. Well, one thing, staff here are very, very friendly. And so I did ask, and it's done in palm oil. So no beef dripping, which is a bit of a disappointment for me. Having said that, we'll see how it goes. So I got myself a tango. There's a breeze blowing off that Irish Sea, and it's a cold breeze. But once you get out of it and you get into that sun, it's absolutely red us. So this is going to go down well. So cheers. Quite interesting here. You can either have a thin batter, or you can have the regular batter. I think you can also have the fish without any batter at all, if that's your preference. I must have just went for the regular batter. I've just gone for the regular fish and chips. You could go large. And then last time I was in Whitby, about 2 weeks ago, I did go large when I went in the Trenchers. Having said that, this morning, I've had a full English breakfast at the hotel that we're stopping in, which will be a separate video. Did a hotel review there. I've also ordered the world famous Chris Ricketts £1 burger. So I also had one of his burgers as well. So you would think I wouldn't be that hungry, and you'd be wrong, because we've been power walking all the way around Blackpool. Mrs. Metalman wanted to look into quite a few shops. So by the time I've got here, it's quite late in the afternoon there now, and I am absolutely ravenous. So really looking forward to this fish and chips and see how it compares with Whitby. Wonderful Whitby. Quite nice inside. We've got all these nice comfortable booths, quite tastefully decorated. Everywhere looks nice and clean. I say the staff, I've met 2 of them there now, both really friendly. It always makes a difference, I must admit. So far very happy with the place, very happy with the staff. Hopefully we'll get a hat trick. I'd be very happy with the food as well. Oh, thank you very much. I'm fine with that. Thank you very much. Thank you. Wow. Now, given that this is just the regular fish and chips, I'll tell you something, there was plenty of chips. And for it's a regular, not a big fish, that's quite a good fish there as well. So, yeah, that's looking very nice. We'll put the vinegar on, and I like a lot of vinegar as well. A lot of people said to me, "Why you drowning this?" Well, yeah, why not? It's Blackpool, and I'm on older. Nice bit of salt on. So the first black bit. Now, when I was at Trenches the other week, well, maybe the chip had a black bit in this. Well, fair play. That's the first, I think the only one I can see on here. Given that they're not done in beef driven, these don't taste too bad. I'll tell you what I like about the chips are no hard bits. Apart from that one chip, no black bits. Nice and soft, not greasy. It's lovely. It really is nice. Anyway, let's cut into this fish. Nice crunch to the batter. Nice flaky fish. And, oh yes, no skin on either. When I was at Trenches the other week, there was the skin on the bottom, and I don't like that. And I'll tell you something, that the rest of the day I had an awful aftertaste in my mouth. And I know what it was that fish skin. Nothing like that here. A nice batter. I'll tell you something, a nice white flaky fish as well. That tastes really nice. So far, it's looking really good here for Yorkshire Fisheries down here in Blackpool, sunny Blackpool. So fair play on the fish. It's nice and white, not greasy. Lovely crunch to the batter. Just put a little bit more salt and vinegar on the chips. But so far, I'm really enjoying these. Got plenty of chips here, like as well. Given that this is the regular fish and chips, I think back to Trenches where I had their large fish and chips. I thought they were very stingy with the chips that I got there, especially when a heck of a lot of them had black eyes in all. Very, very unappealing to the eye. I'll tell you something, nothing stingy here with chips. Lovely crisp batter. I'm really enjoying that as well as the fish. I've got 4 chips left, and that is the only one that we had a black bit in. So I think that's pretty good going. Just add a little bit more salt and vinegar. What a shame. Right at the end, another one there. Well, I can see why these are rated at #1 in Blackpool. I thoroughly enjoyed them. 2 little black bits of chip. Apart from that, everything else was spot on. So well done, Yorkshire Fisheries here in Blackpool. But do they beat Whitby Fish and Chips? I'll answer that outside. Thank you very much. That was absolutely lovely.
It's all right. The boss is there if you want it.
I just want to say thank you very much. That was absolutely lovely. I loved it. I can understand why you're the #1 in Blackpool. Like. So that was the Yorkshire Fisheries traditional fish and chip shop down here in Blackpool. And yes, I am surprised. And yes, I'll hold my hands up, because normally if I go into a fish and chip shop, the first question I ask, is it done in beef dripping? If the answer is no, I turn around and walk out. Not interested. But I've had my eyes open. Palm oil there, And I'll tell you something, they were good, very good. And out of all them chips, and it was a big plate full of chips, bearing in mind that was just a regular fish and chips, there was 2 little black eyes. She was dead disappointed because she says every day the guy who does the potatoes, he always takes out the black eyes, which I think is a nice touch. But 2 little ones, I can excuse that. Now when I compare that to trenchers 2 weeks ago, I paid £22 for their large haddock and chips, as well as having the skin on, which I do not like. I had so many chips with black eyes in. Absolutely horrible. But because it was such a nice place, and because the staff was so nice, I did give it an 8 out of 10. I think it was a bit generous, to be quite honest. But here, Yorkshire Fisheries, is it better than Whitby Fish and Chips? It was close. I'll tell you something, it was very close. Surprisingly close, in my opinion. But it just fell slightly short for my favourite fish and chip shop in Whitby, Mr. Chips. It still rules with a 10 out of 10. But as regards a mark for Yorkshire Fisheries down here in Blackpool, what mark would I give it? I'll tell you something, it had to be a 9.5 out of 10 for Yorkshire Fisheries down here in Blackpool. A well-deserved 9 out of 10 as well. Love the fish, love the batter, love the chips. I love the amount I got as well. £12, and that was with a drink as well. Compare that to Whitby, and that was just £22. That was just for the fish and chips. So good value, good food, good service, friendly staff. And would I go back? Yeah, you better go back. Very well deserved. 9.5 out of 10 for Yorkshire Fisheries down here in Blackpool. So if you enjoyed the video, I really would appreciate a big thumbs up. If you give it a thumbs up and you see a hype link underneath, click on it. It'll help this video and help this channel. But if you want to see more food reviews, every Wednesday night at 7 o'clock a brand new food review goes up. Like anything to do with the outdoors, climbing the Wainwrights over the Lake District, hotel reviews, castle reviews, gear reviews. Click on that subscribe button, because there was 2 brand new videos every week on this channel. I'll tell you something, it won't be too long before I'm back out again. Cheers.